Hey everybody, good morning and happy Friday. And yes, it is morning, it is 10:30 in the morning. No, I'm not taking an early lunch. I actually got an extra half hour today. There was a mess up with the time cards last week, so my boss said you have an extra half hour, do with it as you please. And I decided to go to the United States Post Office because I have a whole bunch of packages to drop off for you guys, which I just got done doing, and there was a package waiting for me, which is absolutely fantastic. I have no idea what's inside. I don't remember anybody saying they're gonna send me something, so I don't know. It's a mystery. I love mystery packages, so let's see what's inside. All right, yes, we are gonna open this package right here, right now in the car. We are being joined by the ever-lovely Cinnamon. Yes, one of my many ever-lovely Cinnamons always does travel with me for such occasions as this. And like I said, I wanna know what's in here now. I'm not gonna wait till I get home. I wanna know what was sent to me. If we had a bunch of packages, I'd probably wait, but just one? Let's find out now. And oh, I do know what this is. Okay, yes. This was sent by David Reed. I do remember him saying he was going to send me this stuff. No note, it appears, but we have Immortals 3D and John Carter 3D. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe, yes, well, this one actually has a digital copy. This one has a digital copy and a 3D Blu-ray. There's no DVD or regular Blu-ray, and I think it's the same thing maybe with Immortals. Yes, digital copy and 3D, that is it. And apparently that's the way he bought them. I think he said he got them somewhere used and that's the way they came, and he didn't need them or something like that, so he sent them my way. Very, very awesome. That is really cool. So John Carter 3D, that is very awesome. Good movie. I did enjoy this one. And Immortals 3D, I've never seen this movie, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. And now when I watch it, I can watch it in 3D. Very, very cool. So, David, thank you so much for sending both of these my way. Always love adding 3D titles to the collection. Very awesome. And again, thank you very much. And it is lunchtime. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Finally getting some food. I'm feeling kind of lazy today. I don't actually feel like getting out of my car or doing anything like that. I think today is going to be a drive-through day. So I've been sitting in this traffic now for the last half hour. I've officially wasted my half-hour lunch break. Needless to say, I am not too happy about that. Now, luckily enough, I can take an hour lunch, but anything past the half hour I get, I have to make up at the end of the day. So, looks like I'm not getting out early. Burger King. So totally worth now having to stay late after work. And work is over. Much later than I would like it to be, but that's what happens when you get stuck in traffic. In fact, I was actually stuck in traffic this morning as well, which is why I wasn't even gonna get out here until 4 o'clock, because for whatever reason, nobody was driving in my hometown. I mean, I live in this tiny little town, and it took forever to get out of it this morning. So I was already late for that, and then of course being late on my lunch break because of more traffic really screwed me today. But it is what it is. So all right, we are finally done. Once again, a beautiful sunset. Absolutely love that. Again, I don't like that it's getting dark so early, but I like that when I leave, we get a nice sunset. So today I learned how to drive a forklift, or at least started my forklift training. Forklifts are horrifyingly scary to drive. It's this, what's it called? I honestly can't remember what it's called. It's like a tight area forklift, something like that. It's a forklift meant to get into small areas, and you use this, like, instead of a steering wheel, you use this thing that, like, I'm sure many of you probably know what I'm talking about. It's this thing that, like, you turn around. It is so awkward and confusing and really weird, and I gotta get used to it. So yeah, but hopefully by next week I'll be trained, certified to drive a forklift, so that should be interesting and terrifying and scary all at the same time. But yeah, so that was my excitement for today. But anyway, all right, let's get out of here. I think we're gonna go hit up the new Goodwill, the one that moved from my hometown to a few towns over. We're gonna go hit that up because it's kind of sort of on the way home if I go home that way, and that's the way I'm gonna go home. So let's see what they got. And we are back. But will they have anything good? Will they have anything new? There's only one way to find out. Let's go in. All right, well, the good news is still plenty of stock. That is definitely a plus. Maybe they've restocked. I have no idea. But again, only one way to find out. Let's dive in. This is pretty amazing. Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Get Smart. That is definitely something I don't ever come across. Now, I already have these. I don't need them, which is a shame because at only $5 a piece, these are an absolute steal. I'm kind of blown away they have these. This is one of those moments where you find something so cool that you're actually mad that you already own them, because that is just such an amazing find. But again, I don't need them. Again, something else I don't come across too often anymore. 4 HD DVDs. You have 300, Swordfish, Troy, and Firewall. All great movies, but all movies I already have on HD DVD. Ugh. Seasons of Oz are pretty cool, but at $7 a piece, I'm gonna pass. Grown Ups 1 and 2, brand new factory sealed on Blu-ray. Pretty cool to come across, especially only for $1.97 a piece. I already have them both though. First one's pretty good, second one, not so much. You guys know how much I love coming across that Discovery Channel D, especially when it's for Alien Planet. Grabbing this for sure. Cool Mr. White release of Reservoir Dogs, very awesome, but I already have it. In fact, I have the entire collection of these. A BBC documentary, doing that all day long. Royal Cousins at War, sounds pretty cool. More BBC, Jurassic Monsters of the Deep, that sounds awesome. 2 really awesome movies right here. Maiden Swingers, absolutely love these 2, and I love cases like this, that 1.5 case, I love it. Unfortunately, both discs are horribly scratched, so I'm gonna pass on this. I already have them both anyway. I would have just been grabbing this for collecting purposes, but it is pretty cool. Oh my god, guys, this is absolutely amazing. I just found something so incredibly cool. The Little Twins double feature DVD set. I've been on the hunt for this one for a while now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's now out of print. This is fantastic. Now, the disc is a little bit scratched. I don't care. For only $1.97, this has to come home with me. I kind of just want the slipcover. You definitely can't go wrong with Dave Matthews Band, the Central Park Concert. Only $2, 2 DVD set. This, I have to grab. Well, they certainly have an amazing selection of media today. All kinds of great movies, all kinds of great TV seasons, lots of good stuff here. Unfortunately, it's mostly all stuff I already own, so I am gonna pass on most of this. But again, lots of fantastic deals. In fact, I'm picking up a few of those. All right, let's see what the rest of the store has to offer. Still plenty of amazing records, a lot of great electronic music in here, but nothing I necessarily need to grab, and unfortunately, no Laserdiscs. Awesome, a Bug's Life mug. That is really cool. I love it. Boss Hopper. That is so cool. Unfortunately, the box is a little bit destroyed, but the mug inside is in perfect shape. This is a pretty amazing, wonderful world of Disney cup. I absolutely love this. It is so cool looking. It's not only a cup, but it's also a snow globe as well. That is so cool. But it's not Disney Parks merchandise. It's apparently Disney Store merchandise. So I'm gonna pass. So cool, but again, Disney Store merch, not Disney Park merch. Now these are totally awesome. A whole bag full of Disney ornaments. How cool is that? Only $7. Unfortunately, this bag has been thrown around a lot, and many of these are broken. And on that note, I think we are done. That is creepy. Is she still watching me? Ugh. All right, guys, so that is about it. I don't see anything else I have any interest in, so let's get out of here. All right, back from Goodwill. Got a lot of awesome stuff, and I must say, I am really loving this new Goodwill. I was kind of bummed when they moved out of my hometown and moved a few towns over, but as you guys can see, it's proving to be a good move. They've been getting in a ton of awesome stuff just over and over and over again. Every time I go in there, there's all new stock. I mean, so much stuff is being pumped in to this Goodwill, and I'm loving it. From a Goodwill that went from having absolutely nothing the day it opened to now having just an amazing selection of movies, I think this is just fantastic. Yes, a lot of it's stuff I already have. I mean, those Get Smart seasons for $5 a piece. Mind blown that I could have got the entire series for $25 on DVD. That's just fantastic. With that being said, I already own all the seasons. I didn't need them, but such a good deal. Had they been a little bit cheaper, probably would have picked them up for the store, but you know, $5 a piece is actually a really good deal for those. That was amazing. All kinds of other cool seasons and Blu-rays and there's HD DVDs and other box sets and really cool stuff like that. A lot of stuff I have, but just amazing stuff. And that's the thing. Even if it's stuff I have, just seeing a store get in that much cool stuff is really awesome. And a lot of it's stuff I don't have, though. I ended up picking up a lot of stuff this time around. Last time I was there, I got all those like Good Eats DVDs. How amazing was that? And other times I've gotten really good deals there as well. So if things keep going as they've been going, this Goodwill is just going to be a godsend, and I'm just going to be hitting big like all the time. So I'm loving it. It's fantastic. And again, I was kind of bummed when they first moved. Now I'm kind of happy with the move because it's proving to be pretty cool. So, all right, let's take a look at what I actually picked up. So first up is the two titles, or the two things I ended up grabbing for the Cinema store. I did end up picking up that Bug's Life mug. This thing's really cool. The box is kind of crushed, but the actual mug inside is in perfect condition. I love it. Boss Hopper. That's really cool. That is an awesome, just classic vintage mug right there. Vintage. When did Bug's Life come out? Is there a date on here? Disney never puts like dates on their things. I have no idea, but I honestly forget what year this came out. But I'd say it's vintage. And then I also picked up this really cool Disney, Hallmark keepsake ornament Disney Winnie the Pooh rabbit ornament. That's really awesome. That is so cool. It's still in its box. Still in its bubble wrap and everything. And there you go. It is Rabbit doing some ice skating on his frying pans. That is really, really cool. So I got to pick these up for the Cinema Sickness store. So if anybody's interested in those will be available there on Instagram. But now let's actually take a look at what you guys really want to see, what I picked up for myself here. I ended up grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles. Some of these are actually on sale, which is really, really cool. So I did end up grabbing the Alien Planet, a Discovery Channel documentary. This is great. I remember seeing some of this. I don't think I ever saw the whole thing, but I remember seeing some of this back in the day. So this is really, really cool. Again, when I see that Discovery Channel logo, I am pretty pumped, as long as it's a good documentary. I mean, yeah, Discovery, I've already said this to you guys a million times. Discovery Channel, Learning Channel, History Channel, all those great channels that once were are now just garbage and pretty much show nothing but like reality TV on those channels anymore, which is horrible, but they used to play really good documentaries. So when I come across them, I had to get them. This is like $2, awesome deal. And then I grabbed some BBC documentaries. I love picking these up. I don't pick these up enough, but then again, I don't really come across them too often. So when I do, I definitely grab them. This one here being Royal Cousins at War. This seems pretty cool. I guess it's let's see. This 2-part series tells the story of 3 monarchs who reigned over Europe's greatest powers at the outbreak of the First World War. So that's really cool. Again, it's a 2-part series. This I'm really looking forward to checking out. This just seemed really interesting to me. You know, when I see documentaries, I'm usually pretty interested in nearly anything. I'm just a big sucker for documentaries. I don't care if it's, you know, how you make bubble wrap. I'm like, all right, how do you make bubble wrap? Let's find that out. Like, I'm interested in stuff like that. But every now and then, one just like really sticks out to me, and I don't know why. This one just seems pretty cool. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. And then also grabbed Jurassic Monsters of the Deep. I mean, come on, can you go wrong with that? Dinosaurs? No, you can't. So that's really cool. Definitely had to pick that up. And I believe these were the 2. Yeah, these were the 2 that were actually on sale. They were half price, so I ended up grabbing these for only $1 a piece. Not a bad deal right there. Then I ended up grabbing, and this is so cool, because again, if I'm not mistaken, this is out of print, and I've never come across, this is the first time I've ever come across this anywhere. A lot of, like, DVD websites don't even, like, list this as being, even existing. And this is the Little Twins double feature set here of The Magic of the Giving and Tales of Enchantment. So excited to find this. This was only $1.97. That is indeed a steal, because again, this is just something I don't ever see anywhere ever. I have the VHS tapes, and I'm not mistaken, they're both these, I think. I could be wrong about that, but I have it on VHS. I just don't have this on DVD, so I was really pumped to come across this. Just not something like I said, not something I ever see. This is a Disney title too, which is really, really cool. So I'm so excited to have my hands on this. I can't believe I found this. Like, that was just, it was one of those things where you're looking, you're like, oh, good. Oh, and all of a sudden, just a ray of light, angels singing, and it's just, wow. Can't believe I found it. That's great. And then I also picked up Dave Matthews Band, The Central Park Concert. This is actually a double DVD set, which is really, really cool. Am I a Dave Matthews fan? I do enjoy Dave Matthews' music. I'm not some, like, huge fan or anything like that. I actually only really started to, like, really listen to Dave Matthews over the last, like, maybe few years. For the longest time, I had no interest in him whatsoever. But I think a friend or something gave me one of his CDs, and I started listening to it. I was like, this isn't bad. This, you know, of course, there's the hits, which, you know, the hits are okay. But, you know, it's the other songs. The other, like for instance, Blues Travelers. I love the hits. Like, I actually bought some Blues Travelers CDs because the hits, I'm a big fan. Every time they come on the radio, I'm like, these are such fun, pumpy, like, enjoyable songs. They're so good. I didn't like a single song they put out that wasn't a hit. Like, I didn't like it in their other music. Like, they did a really good job picking the popular music or what music should be the hits, because they were the only really good songs in my opinion. I just didn't like the rest of the albums. Dave Matthews Band, on the other hand, I like the hits, and I enjoy the rest of the music as well. It's good. So, am I a huge fan? No. But do I enjoy Dave Matthews? Yeah, good band. So, this is cool. Pick this up. Every time I come across these randomly, I grab them. I got a few of these, like, live concert DVDs in my collection now, so that's great. And then I did pick up one last thing here, which I didn't show you in the video, and almost just passed on this. I'm glad I actually picked up to see what it was, because all I saw was the spine, and the spine's what made me almost pass on it. And that is South Park, Ghouls, Ghosts, and Underpants Gnomes. Awesome. 4 episodes that are all, you know, kind of scary, Halloween sort of related, but all I saw was this. I saw this spine, and I just thought, okay, I'm not going to pick this up. I mean, it's just, you know, a random South Park episode release. I don't need that. I got the seasons. What do I need? Just some random thing like this. But I was like, whatever, you know, I don't know. Let's just see what it is. And glad I did, because I love picking stuff like this up. As I said before, even if I already have all these episodes, which I do, in the season sets, I love picking up these, like, holiday ones. If it's a Christmas one or a Halloween one or whatever it might be, I love picking these up, because then when Halloween comes around, I can pop this in and just watch these 4 episodes. I'm not going to start skipping around through my my season sets to try to find all the Halloween episodes. That's not going to happen. I just want to pop something like this in quickly and just watch 4 great, Halloween sort of ish related episodes. That's what I love. So I love picking stuff like this up. I'm a big fan of shows when they put out things like this. I wish a lot of more like sitcoms that were out in the past. I know like the Roseanne one. I love that one where they have all the Halloween episodes from like every season, even though the last episode isn't really Halloween related at all. But just that collection is so amazing because you can just pop that in and watch every single one of Roseanne's Halloween episodes. As we all know, they were some of the best episodes she's ever put out. So I love that. I wish more series would do that. I wish, like, for instance, like Home Improvement would do that, and Family Matter. Like, they just all need to do. In fact, what would be really cool? Why doesn't Warner put out like just a Blu-ray or a DVD set of just like a bunch of like Halloween episodes? It doesn't have to be every one. Like, I'm not saying like put a box set or put a DVD out of like every single Family Matters Halloween episode, every single Fresh Prince, every single Home Improvement, and so on and so forth. Like, you don't need to do that, but pick some like the best ones and make a compilation disc. That'd be so amazing. I would love it. Anyway, I got really carried away there. So this is awesome. I love picking stuff like this up. Again, only $2. I had to grab it. I'm glad I just happened to, on a whim, just pull it out to see what it was, because ended up paying off. Definitely had to pick that up. So that was it. That was all I ended up grabbing from Goodwill. No CDs or anything like that this time. I don't think they really well, I guess they had restocked their CDs. I did see some new stuff there, just nothing I needed. They actually had a brand new factory sealed Joan Osborne, which is fun. But I already had that CD. I didn't need that. But yeah, so again, I'm loving this new Goodwill. So much cool stuff there. I need to really start going in there more often. Part of me is almost thinking about switching my weekly routine of going to the Goodwill in the other Goodwill I always go to, that I always show you guys I go to every week. Maybe going to this one every week, or maybe I'll just go to both every week. I might start doing that. I might start hitting up both of these Goodwills once a week. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. I don't know. It's just, unfortunately, the new Goodwill, it's just, I mean, I can go home that way, but it is a little bit of a long way to go home, and there's usually a bunch of traffic, so it's not the most convenient way to go home, but I can go home that way. So I guess as long as I get out early enough from work, I could probably go there once a week. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I love the Goodwill. So, all right, with that being said, I know I just said I love Goodwill like 50 million times. With that being said, I am now going to watch a movie. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to watch. I'm not sure I'm actually going to watch a movie or just put in some goodies or something like that. I still have like the last few days worth of pickups I've never cataloged. I have to catalog all of them at cinemasickness.com. I have to put them all away. So I have my work cut out for me tonight. So then I actually want to sit down and watch a movie, or just maybe pop something in like Good Eats and just something that I can kind of just like listen to and don't have to like really like get really into, and I can catalog all those. I have no idea, but I'll figure that out in a moment. Okay, I'm back a few hours later. It's very, very, very late at night, early in the morning, however you want to look at it. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning right now. I am tired. I really should get to bed. I got done doing everything I wanted to do here in the library. I cataloged everything. I put everything away. You probably can't tell, but on the back shelf right here, all those Blu-rays I have on the back shelf, I took down because I wanted to see how much space they took up if I didn't have them facing outwards. I did that because this wall right here is almost completely full. I only have a little bit more to go, and this wall is full. I'm going to be working on the back wall now, so I did some stuff like that. So I rearranged some things. Got a lot done here in the library, and by the time I was done, it was maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I thought to myself, I'm still kind of awake because, I just got done doing all that stuff and running around, and I was kind of on, I guess, a bit of an adrenaline high from doing all that work, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch a movie. I'm still in the mood to watch a movie, so I ended up popping in Mystery Date, and now that it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm really tired and realize I probably just should have waited till tomorrow to watch this. But I did watch a movie tonight, so very quickly, let's talk about Mystery Date. I have not seen this movie since probably the like late 90s, something like that. I saw this like once on TV, and I remember really liking it, so I was pretty excited to come across this. Was it yesterday or the other day when I picked this up at Liberty Thrift? This was awesome. Definitely a good find. The whole movie is about Ethan Hawke, and he just likes this girl, Terry Polo, who's just beautiful, by the way. He likes her. She lives next door. He's been eyeing her up. His brother comes home, and his brother's like this cool, suave kind of guy. He's apparently a lawyer. He went off to college. His parents are always talking about how great he is and whatnot. He's kind of the golden child, the one, the good one, as opposed to Ethan Hawke is kind of the sort of the black sheep of the family. So he comes home, and his parents are gone, and his brother ends up basically setting him up on this date. And in doing so, he sort of dresses him like him and gives him his credit card. And Ethan Hawke ends up having to take his car because of this whole mix-up with this issue with the limo that was going to take them out on the date. So long story short, Ethan Hawke now keeps getting confused as his brother. Everybody keeps thinking he's his brother, which they really don't look anything alike. I will say that. That was kind of the one thing that threw me off the movie. I'm like, I don't know, maybe they could have found somebody else who looked a little bit more like him. Like, you look at them and think, okay, maybe they could be brothers, but they're not twins or anything like that. Like, Ethan Hawke's much younger and just... Anyway, they really don't look anything alike. But since he's wearing his glasses and his clothes and has his credit card and driving his car, everybody thinks he's his brother. Well, his brother ends up turning out he's not really the brother that everybody thinks he is. He is mixed up in this whole like crime thing. There's a dead police officer. There's a dead assassin. And there's this guy who wants he's been setting up all the police force and whatnot. And basically, Ethan Hawke's brother ended up stealing this vase, and he thinks the vase is worth a bunch of money. Turns out it's not really the case. It's what was inside the vase, which was this tape, which shows the corrupt police and shows that this crime lord, is paying the police off and all this horrible stuff he's done. And it's basically just this evidence that can really put the police and the crime lord like in jeopardy and get them thrown in jail. So he wants this vase back. So his brother's under the impression that this vase is worth a lot of money and everything like that. Turns out, no, it's just this tape. So, long story short, it's Ethan Hawke and Terry Polo out on this date, and just everything going awry, and just people after them because of the whole mistaken identity thing. Everybody thinking that Ethan Hawke is actually his brother. So it's one of those movies where it's kind of a night out in the town, and everything that can go wrong possibly does go wrong. It's just supposed to be this date. It's really cute because Ethan Hawke is all nervous and whatnot, and just ends up going just to hell in a handbag due to the fact that he gets mistaken for his brother, who's mixed up in this whole crazy ordeal. So all in all, it's a really fun movie. It's something amazing. It's something spectacular. But if you like movies like maybe like Adventures in Babysitting and stuff like that, it kind of reminds me of that. People out at night and just anything that can go wrong does go wrong, and everything just keeps snowballing up until the end when everything kind of works itself out. So Mystery Date is a lot of fun. Definitely one to check out. If you like those great, just I'd say this one definitely had an early 90s feel. This is from 1991, but some early 90s movies still kind of feel very 80s. This one definitely feels very early 90s. Again, like Adventures in Babysitting and stuff like that. I mean, it kind of has that the sort of like, I don't know, maybe like late 80s, early 90s sort of feel to it, where, it's a bit of a crossover. So if you like that kind of late 80s, early 90s, decade time period or whatever of movies, this is definitely one to check out. I think you'll really enjoy it. So Mystery Date is a fun movie. Definitely check it out. Okay, and with that being said, I'm definitely off to bed now. I'm so tired. I do have some plans for tomorrow. In theory, I am going to go out and do some cinema hunting. I have somewhere I definitely want to hit up. If all goes, again, according to plan, who knows, things can fall through. But the plan is to go out and do a bit of cinema hunting tomorrow. So I definitely need my sleep. So, alright guys, as always, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, then hit that subscribe button and you're going to get one. And if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, one of many designs you can choose from, then head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself one of these. And finally, if you would like to support new content, just share your thanks and appreciation for these videos and keep these videos coming your way every single day, then head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness, where every tiny little bit helps. A simple donation of $1, as much as you like, really does go a long way. All goes right back in these videos and gains you early access to most of my videos as well. Probably not this one, because I'm going to quickly edit this video, upload it, and then I'm going to go to bed. So by the time I wake up tomorrow, the video will be ready to be posted. So, okay, sorry, probably this one you won't get early access to. But that's why I say most of my videos, because sometimes crazy nights like tonight happen where I'm super tired and gotta get to bed. So I do apologize to all my patrons out there, but tomorrow. So anyway, again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.